There are many vacant and abandoned buildings in this city. There's a lot of value locked up in those buildings. There's an opportunity to take those buildings and to deconstruct them rather than demolish them. We see the possibility to salvage the materials in the building, and then we see what comes next for that land. And we see how we can actually turn those buildings into bright spots in the community.
The U.S. Forest Service contacted us about an interesting project, reusing salvaged urban wood, and the project really has social benefits as well as environmental benefits, and we were very intrigued by the opportunity, so we called them back right away.
What makes an enterprise truly socially impactful, right, is that you have an actual mission or a product, a service that you're providing that has positive change. There are actually about 40,000 houses in the city that are presumed vacant. 17,000 have actually been identified. What we actually do, the service we provide, is having a powerful impact on the city of Baltimore. And it's creating jobs for individuals. But the work itself has got real strong environmental and social impact. If you can do it in a way where you can increase that social impact by virtue of making it an employment vehicle for people who've got some challenges getting back into the workplace, now not only do you have a socially impactful service or a product, but you're doing it in a socially impactful way.
The yellow pine that we get from these Baltimore row houses is old growth or second growth. It's trees that pretty much don't exist anymore. We basically take old materials and prepare them to be used again. We try to employ people who have what we call barriers to employment, which is sort of a fancy way of saying that they may have had a felony conviction, they may have had a past problem with addiction, they may not have graduated high school. Oftentimes it can be all of the above. So our mission is to hire these people and train them and equip them with skills that they can use here, but that they can also use in another job.
I was unemployed. You know, I was going through some personal things, so I didn't have a job. But then I got into this program that Humanim has, where they help people get back on their feet. And they got me a job here. I've been here ever since. Without a doubt, I work with a great group of guys. I mean, we're not just co-workers, we like family. We help each other here and outside the job, you know, and just make you feel proud. I guess that's the word I'm looking for.
These days we recognize that a lot of people live in urban and urbanizing areas, and their quality of life in those areas is incredibly important, and it's oftentimes dependent upon, in part, the green infrastructure that they have, that is the forest and the trees and the neighborhood parks that they have access to. And that's really critical. That's another element of helping to bring communities back. And so what happens to those lands once the buildings are gone? Well, that's where the Forest Service and many partners come in. And in fact, in Baltimore, partners are driving that process. Parks and People Foundation and others are critical in helping communities imagine what could be on those landscapes.
At the end of the day, when you look over there and you see a park, it's just everything is coming together for the good, you know. And it's just a blessing. You see something that looked like it could not come back to life. It made me think about in the Bible, and it says, can these dry bones live, right? And they came back to life. That's our community, you know, we live in. And I'm happy about it.
I get excited about working with people, meeting new people. The people in Baltimore and the Forest Service that we've connected with are some of the most passionate, brilliant people around. The environmental perspective alone is incredible. I've just been surprised and shocked in the best possible way from the very beginning, and I can't wait to do more.